Have you ever wondered what happens when horror transcends the screen and takes residence in the chilling tapestry of true events? Prepare to be gripped by fear as we delve into the abyss of the supernatural with our top 10 horror movies based on true events. Number 10. Veronica. In the twisted tale that inspired the chilling Spanish horror flick Veronica, we dive into the macabre events of the Vallecas case from 1991. Picture this: Estefania Gutierrez Lazaro dabbling in the occult at her school, conjuring spirits through an Ouija board. Suddenly, a stern nun shatters the eerie session, setting off a chain of malevolent events. Estefania's life spirals into a realm of relentless seizures and horrifying hallucinations, shadowy figures tormenting her every waking moment. The crescendo, her ominous demise. When the authorities finally dared to probe, the very walls echoed with unsettling noises, furniture danced to an otherworldly rhythm, and a crucified Jesus figurine eerily detached itself from its cross. The mystery remains unresolved, lingering in the air like an ominous whisper. How did it take 26 spine-chilling years for this bone-chilling saga to materialize on the silver screen? Number 9. The Lighthouse. Step into the haunting abyss of The Lighthouse, a psychological horror masterpiece directed by the twisted genius Robert Eggers. This cinematic nightmare, set against the desolation of a 19th century island, unveils the harrowing descent into madness of two lighthouse keepers, portrayed by the mesmerizing Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. As the icy claws of isolation tighten their grip, sanity crumbles, unleashing a parade of surreal events and nightmarish visions. But beware, for this tale, though born from the minds of filmmakers, is steeped in the murky waters of maritime folklore and the unsettling truths of lighthouse keepers' past. Eggers, a sorcerer of storytelling, meticulously wove together historical horrors, legends soaked in salt water, and the grim accounts of those who tended to solitary beacons. The result: a spine-tingling narrative that blurs the boundaries between reality and the abyss of madness. Number 8. The Pope's Exorcist. In The Pope's Exorcist, directed by the mastermind behind Son of a Gun and Overlord, Julius Avery, the atmosphere is thick with dread. Russell Crowe takes on the role of Father Amorth, a Vatican exorcist, and Franco Nero plays the Pope. The film delves into a spine-chilling true story as Father Amorth investigates a young boy's horrifying possession, unraveling a centuries-old Vatican conspiracy hidden in the shadows. Amorth, a real exorcist who once walked the Vatican halls, left behind haunting accounts of battling the devil worldwide, a legacy recounted in the film's gripping narrative. The screenplay, crafted by Michael Petroni and Ivan Spiliotopoulos, draws from Amorth's own chilling books. An exorcist tells his story, and an exorcist more stories. Deadline reported that Amorth's detailed exploits in banishing demons are the stuff of nightmares, a legacy that lingers long after the credits roll. Number 7. The Queen Mary. Prepare to be haunted by The Queen Mary, Gary Shore's enigmatic horror mystery. This film drags you through two timelines, one in the present day and the other in 1938, both bound by a malevolent force aboard the RMS Queen Mary. The Calders face an eerie night on the ship as they search for their lost son, Lucas, while in the past, the Ratches grapple with the vessel's dark secrets, leading David down a murderous path. The Queen Mary, a historical relic and former host to luminaries like Alfred Hitchcock, becomes the epicenter of a bone-chilling ghost tale, partially based on true events. Writers Tom Vaughn and Stephen Oliver, along with co-writer and director Gary Shore, craft a storyline that intertwines the fates of two families across time. The Queen Mary, built in the 1930s, witnessed opulence and tragedy, with wartime tales of death and soldiers buried at sea every 4 hours. The ship's haunted legacy, depicted in the film, mirrors its real-life history, leaving audiences trembling with every ghostly revelation. Number 6. Pig Killer. Prepare yourself for a descent into the chilling depths of horror with Pig Killer. This spine-tingling flick unravels the bone-chilling true story of Robert Willie Picton, a twisted pig farmer who transformed his quaint farmhouse into a nightmarish den of doom. The gruesome tale unfolds with graphic depictions of Picton's monstrous acts, a macabre symphony of rape, torture, slaughter, and the ghastly dismemberment of nearly 50 innocent women. Willie, armed with his monstrous accomplice, Balthazar the Hog, orchestrated a reign of terror that gripped Vancouver's downtown east side for almost 2 decades. The ominous shadows of his creepy cohorts loomed over the city until the shocking 2002 arrest uncovered the most bizarre and bone-chilling series of murders Canada has ever witnessed. Brace yourself for a ride through the sinister corridors of Pig Killer, where every creaking floorboard and eerie squeal will send shivers down your spine. Number 5. Annabelle. Meet Annabelle, the cursed doll that'll make your blood run cold. Introduced in The Conjuring, 2013, and then given a franchise of her own with Annabelle, 2014. Annabelle. Creation, 2017, and Annabelle Comes Home, 2019. This malevolent puppet is not for the faint of heart. Forget the innocent origins of a Raggedy Ann doll gifted to a young nurse. This is a tale drenched in the supernatural and stained with blood. As mysterious events unfold, including a traumatizing incident with the nurse's boyfriend, the line between the living and the dead blurs. Enter a medium, revealing that the doll harbors the vengeful spirit of a deceased 7-year-old named Annabelle Higgins. A demonic curse is said to possess this malevolent doll, unleashing violent attacks and driving victims to the brink of death. Locked away in the occult museum of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, the haunted Raggedy Ann doll sits under glass, a silent warning etched beneath. Warning: positively do not open. Dare you step into the realm of Annabelle's sinister secrets. Number 4. Winchester. In this bone-chilling flick, Helen Mirren takes on the role of Harris Sarah Winchester, trapped in a supernatural nightmare. The film, unleashed by the twisted minds of Michael and Peter Spierig in 2018, dives deep into the horrifying true tale of the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. Sarah Winchester, and Harris, plagued by tragedy, embarks on a renovation frenzy that transforms an innocent 8-room farmhouse into a monstrous abode boasting 160 rooms. Among the labyrinth of terror are 40 bedrooms, 40 staircases, 13 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, 10,000 window panes, 2,000 doors, 52 skylights, 47 fireplaces, 3 elevators, 2 basements, and just 1 ominous shower. As darkness descends upon this historic landmark, whispers of paranormal activity echo through the chilling corridors. The legacy of Sarah Winchester, haunted by the ghosts of her past, becomes a spine-tingling journey for those brave enough to take a tour. Number 3. Aileen Wuornos, American Boogie Woman. Peyton List takes on the role of the infamous Aileen Wuornos in American Boogie Woman, a suspenseful portrayal of the real-life serial killer's rise to notoriety in Florida. While the film feels like a nightmarish truth, it's an unsettling dive into Wuornos' attempts to clear her name of murder charges. This dark tale follows Wuornos, a real-life sex worker who lured clients on Florida highways only to brutally end their lives. The film reveals the gruesome details of her 7 murders, all claimed to be self-defense in court. As the suspense unfolds, Wuornos' guilt is confirmed, leading to her grim fate. A death sentence executed in 2002 after 12 haunting years on death row. Number 2. Things Heard and Seen. In Things Heard and Seen, Amanda Seyfried stars in a spine-chilling tale of a couple who trade the hustle of Manhattan for a historic hamlet, only to uncover sinister secrets lurking within the walls of their new home. Adapted from Elizabeth Brundage's 2016 novel, All Things Cease to Appear, the story draws inspiration from the author's own spine-tingling encounters in a haunted dwelling she and her husband once rented. Prepare for a hair-raising journey into the unknown as the couple grapples with the dark history that shadows their seemingly idyllic abode. Number 1. The Conjuring. The Devil Made Me Do It. If you thought the previous Conjuring films were intense, buckle up for a real-life horror roller coaster. Ed and Lorraine Warren are back, this time facing their most chilling case yet. Picture this. A man ruthlessly murders another in the confines of his own home, surrounded by shocked witnesses. But here's the spine chiller. He claims he can't recall a single detail, like he plunged into an abyss of darkness, controlled by an otherworldly force that compelled him to commit the unspeakable. As the Warrens step into the macabre scene, Lorraine boldly declares that it wasn't just a man who committed the crime. It was the devil himself pulling the strings. Brace yourself for a descent into the heart of demonic possession, where each revelation unveils a more sinister layer of the supernatural. Will you be able to discern reality from the eerie forces at play? Watch as the tale unfolds, and a line between the natural and the paranormal blurs, leaving you on the edge of your seat, questioning the very fabric of reality. Which true horror left you trembling in your seat? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you crave more spine-tingling tales from the edge of the unknown, a realm where the echoes of the past refuse to rest. Welcome, fellow thrill-seekers, to a journey that transcends the boundaries of the living, a journey into the chilling unknown. In this spine-tingling exploration, we unveil the secrets of the top haunted places around the world. Brace yourselves as we delve into the heart of darkness, where the line between the living and the dead blurs, and every creaking floorboard conceals a tale of terror. Join me as we navigate through the haunted corridors of history, seeking the answers to one haunting question. What tales do these forsaken places yearn to tell? The countdown begins, and with each step, the shadows grow deeper, the air more stifling. Are you ready to unlock the gates to the supernatural? The journey begins now. Number 8. Malmesville Penitentiary. Imagine a sinister realm where violence echoes through the walls, and the screams of nearly 1,000 hardened criminals resonate in the shadows. For over a century, the Malmesville Penitentiary in West Virginia served as a hellish abyss, the last desperate refuge for the condemned. In the suffocating confines of this nightmarish dungeon, riots erupted, and the air thickened with the stench of despair. Grim spectacles unfolded as men swung from nooses or met their end in the electric chair, while others fell victim to the savage whims of fellow inmates. Though the prison gates closed in 1995, the agony lingers like an eternal curse. Whispers of tormented spirits permeate the air, imprisoned not only behind rusting bars, but also in the unfathomable depths of the prison's bowels. Brace yourself, for those who dare to embark on a tour might encounter more than just chilling tales. They may witness the phantom's twisted apparitions, or hear their mournful cries echoing through the haunted halls. Number 7. Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Step into the shadows of a place once known as the Weston State Hospital, a desolate haven that cradled the tormented souls of thousands gripped by madness since 1864. In this grim sanctuary, the air itself seems heavy with the lingering sorrows of those who succumb to the abyss of mental illness. The facility's dark history, shrouded in the horrors of the Civil War era when it served as a military post, casts a perpetual gloom over the grounds. As the doors of the asylum swung closed in 1994, the tortured spirits refused to fade into oblivion. Instead, they linger like ghostly echoes, their presence palpable in every creaking floorboard and shadowed corridor. Venture into the paranormal realm with chilling 2-hour tours that explore the asylum's 4 main hotspots, where the veil between the living and the spectral is at its thinnest. For those daring enough, the ghost hunt awaits, an 8-hour overnight odyssey into the heart of paranormal darkness, guided by seasoned ghost hunters ready to unlock the secrets of the asylum's haunted history. Number 6. Villisca Axe Murder House. Back on a bone-chilling night, June 10, 1912, The creaky old house at 508 East 2nd transformed into a scene of unspeakable horror. Josiah B. Moore, his wife, their 4 innocent children, and 2 young girls staying overnight became victims of an unimaginable massacre, sending shockwaves through the quiet town of Villisca, Aya. To this day, the identity of the merciless murderer remains shrouded in mystery. Whispers of a phantom man wielding an axe, the haunting echoes of children's cries, and eerie, unexplained supernatural occurrences have plagued the house's inhabitants over the years. Fast forward to 1994, and the house, devoid of modern comforts like indoor plumbing and electricity, was meticulously restored to its original bone-chilling state. Now, the air thickens with an ominous aura, especially during the lamplight tours held from April to November. For those daring enough, an overnight experience, available only by reservation for the bravest groups, promises an encounter with the lingering spirits. Number 5. Sammy Dean. In the ghost-ridden remnants of Jerome, as a former copper mining town steeped in the eerie echoes of the Wild West, the current 400 residents share their space with more than just the living. Once a bustling hub of 15,000 souls, now a spectral playground of legends born from mining mishaps and shootouts. Among the phantoms that lurk in the shadows, the spectral presence of Sammy Dean stands out. A tale as tragic as the ghostly town itself. Sammy, a lady of the night, met her demise at the hands of an unknown assailant in the long-forgotten Crib district. Strangled and left for the ghosts, her ethereal form roams the desolate alleys in search of the elusive murderer, a mystery that eludes resolution to this very day. The ghostly whispers of her quest send shivers down the spines of those who dare to walk the haunted streets of Jerome. Number 4. Eastern State Penitentiary. Step into the heart of darkness at Eastern State Penitentiary, the eeriest spot in the city of brotherly love. This former prison, a colossal nightmare born from a bottomless budget, was a pioneer in horror. Embracing Quaker principles twisted into malevolence, it imposed draconian regulations that fueled isolation and suffering. Imagine a world where hooded shadows roam, where prisoners faced the abyss each time they dared to step beyond their cells. Light, a scarce commodity, filtered through a solitary skylight, purportedly channeling the divine glow of God onto the damned. Within these walls, tortured souls like the notorious Slick Willie Sutton linger, their spectral whispers weaving through the chilling air, creating an atmosphere saturated with relentless hauntings that persist to this day. Number 3. Fort Mifflin. Time takes a twisted turn at Fort Mifflin, a time capsule from 1771, standing defiant against the ages as the sole intact battlefield of the Revolutionary War. Wander through its grounds on the banks of the Delaware River, where 14 meticulously restored structures harbor the ghosts of bygone eras, shrouded in mystery and torment. Among the spirits that materialize in the dead of night is the Wailing Woman, her cries so piercing that even the stern Philadelphia police have been summoned, only to confront an empty void. Picture the faceless specter, a phantom silhouette haunting the fort's corners, and a revolutionary apparition, a tour guide frozen in time, guiding the living through a ghastly history. Shadows of children and spectral dogs add to the chilling symphony, making Fort Mifflin an otherworldly realm where the past refuses to rest in peace. Number 2. Moon River Brewery. Dive into the eerie depths of Moon River Brewery, a chilling establishment that transported its cherished brews to the haunting streets of Savannah back in '99. Yet don't let the facade fool you. This structure, standing since 1821, hides a gruesome history. Once known as the City Hotel, this high-end haven witnessed violent spectacles during the harrowing days of the Civil War. The echoes of brutal clashes linger, with tales of men meeting their demise in heated skirmishes, including a Yankee brutally beaten to death by vengeful locals in the tumultuous year of 1860. Venture into the dimly lit bar today, and you might experience more than just the clinking of glasses. Patrons speak of bottles taking flight with an otherworldly force, while guests recount being pushed, touched, and even slapped by invisible hands. Among the spectral inhabitants is Toby, a lingering apparition, stealthily prowling the billiards room, searching for the next macabre bar brawl. Number 1. The Sultan's Palace. The grandeur of 716 Dauphins conceals a dark secret, a classic French Quarter beauty turned house of horrors known as the Sultan's Palace. In the 1800s, this residence played host to the Sultan, a wealthy deviant with a taste for depravity. His abode harbored multiple wives, children, and a harem of captives enduring unspeakable torment. Neighbors recoiled at the perverse rituals of this man, reveling in parties infused with opium and sadistic acts of torture. The true horror unfolded when the Sultan met his ghastly end, buried alive in the courtyard after a bloodbath claimed the lives of his family and harem. The assailant, shrouded in mystery, left no trace of their identity. Today, the Sultan's vengeful spirit lingers, manifesting in unsettling noises, thunderous music, and the pungent scent of incense that permeates the air. Female residents bear witness to unwelcome advances as the Sultan's spectral hands seemingly continue their sinister legacy, groping unsuspecting visitors who dare to cross his cursed threshold. The echoes of agony and despair persist in the very walls of this haunted abode, where the past refuses to rest in peace. Are these haunted places mere echoes of history, or do they harbor something more sinister? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you thirst for more tales from the crypt, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us on our next journey into the shadows. Until then, may you find peace, for the haunted are always watching and waiting. Ever felt the chill down your spine when you're all alone in the dark? What if I told you that in the shadows, beyond the veil of our reality, there exist entities from the other side? Welcome to a journey that'll send shivers racing down your spine. Today, we're diving deep into the supernatural, uncovering the bone-chilling tales of the top ghost sightings that will make you question what lies beyond the realm of the living. Before witnessing the eerie paranormal presences, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Number 1. Hoia Baciu Forest, Romania. Step into the chilling depths of the Hoia Baciu Forest in Romania, a place that has spooked the bravest souls since 1968. It all started with a snapshot of a mysterious UFO hanging ominously over the trees. Now, folks worldwide whisper about Hoia Baciu being a gateway to a realm where visitors vanish without a trace. If you manage to escape the clutches of the forest, you might find yourself haunted by rashes, nausea, and a constant feeling of unease. They even call it the Bermuda Triangle of Transylvania. And the twisted trees in this haunted woodland only amplify the ghostly vibes. Number 2. Valley of the Kings, Egypt. Journey along the Nile River to the Valley of the Kings in Egypt, a place dripping with ancient mysteries and a touch of the supernatural. This burial ground for pharaohs, dating back to the 16th century peak, gained fame after the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. But here's the kicker. Lord Carnarvon, the English aristocrat who funded Tut's excavation, met a grim end from infection shortly after the discovery. Whispers of a pharaoh's curse echoed, inspiring tales and mummy sequels for a century. Today, visitors claim to catch glimpses of an Egyptian pharaoh riding a chariot, pulled by phantom black horses, adding a spine-tingling layer to this archaeological wonder. Number 3. Chuk Lagoon, Micronesia. Dive deep into the waters off Micronesia's Chuk Lagoon, a submerged graveyard that will send shivers down your spine. Once a stronghold for the Japanese Navy during Mui, it became a battleground in 1944, with American forces launching a relentless 3-day airstrike. The result? A sunken ghost fleet of Truk Lagoon. Warships, planes, tanks, and railroad cars resting on the ocean floor. Brave souls equipped with scuba gear flock here, as Patty hails it, one of the best wreck diving destinations on the planet. Yet, amid the relics of war, Some claim to spot eerie specters, waterlogged ghosts lingering among weapons and gas masks. It's a bone-chilling underwater adventure where history meets the supernatural. Number 4. St. George's Church, Czech Republic. Let's take a spooky trip to St. George's Church in the Czech Republic. This place, dating back to 1352, has a history so twisted, it'll send shivers down your spine. Fires tried to devour it over the centuries, and in 1968, during a funeral, the roof decided to play its own horror show by collapsing. The locals swore it was haunted after that. And guess what? They stopped going in. Cue the robbers and vandals turning it into a ghostly wreckage. Fast forward to 2012, an art student from the University of West Bohemia had a genius plan to revive the eeriness. Picture this: 30 ghost sculptures chilling in the pews, heads bowed like they've got their own haunted secrets. Now, the Ghost Church welcomes thrill seekers every Saturday afternoon. They pose with the spectral statues and maybe even try to have a chat with these frozen phantoms. Creepy, right? Number 5. The Stanley Hotel, Colorado. Now let's check out the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, the haunted spot since 1909. This place inspired Stephen King to create the Shining's Overlook Hotel. And that's just the beginning. Ghost sightings. Oh, they've got plenty. Mysterious piano music. You betcha. The Stanley Hotel dives deep into its eerie fame with nightly ghost tours and psychic powwows courtesy of the in-house Madame Vera. Fancy a chat with the spirits while sipping whiskey at the world-renowned bar. This place has it all. Number 6. Eastern State Penitentiary, Philadelphia. Hold on tight as we explore Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, a castle of horrors built in 1829. Imagine this: prisoners living, exercising, and chowing down all alone. And when they stepped out, a hood over their heads so they couldn't see or be seen. Talk about solitary confinement on steroids. The place had to ditch the solo act in 1913 due to overcrowding, but the punishment game stayed strong, like chaining an inmate's tongue to his wrists. Ouch. Closed in 1970, the penitentiary now hosts thrill seekers year-round for its museum and Halloween bashes. Brace yourself for disembodied laughter, shadowy figures, and footsteps that'll make your heart race. Number 7. Isla de las Muñecas, Mexico. Dive into the spine-tingling story of the Island of the Dolls in the heart of Xochimilco, Mexico. While it may hold the prestigious title of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this neighborhood harbors a secret that will make your skin crawl. Picture this: a chinampa, once the home of Julian Santa Barrera, now transformed into a nightmare. Barrera, after stumbling upon the lifeless form of a girl in a nearby canal, decided to collect dolls, hundreds of them, to create a haunting defense against malevolent spirits. The island, adorned with doll parts hanging from trees like a horror movie set, invites the brave to embark on a boat journey to witness the eerie spectacle from the safety of the water. Number 8. St. Augustine Lighthouse, Florida. Join the ranks of over 216,000 annual visitors to the St. Augustine Lighthouse, where history meets the supernatural in a hair-raising blend. This iconic beacon, marked by tragedy, hosts more than just tourists. Picture the ghostly silhouette of a lighthouse keeper, forever haunting the grounds after a fatal fall while painting the towering structure. But that's not all. Immerse yourself in the unsettling tale of 3 young girls, their laughter echoing in the wind. They met a watery grave when their play cart disintegrated, plunging them into the ocean depths. Brace yourself for the ghostly giggles and playful whispers that visitors claim still resonate in and around the lighthouse, turning a sunny Florida day into a ghostly thriller. Number 9. Poveglia Island, Venice. Picture this: Poveglia Island, just a stone's throw away from the picturesque canals of Venice. It's not your regular island stroll, though. Back in the day, it was a quarantine spot for bubonic plague victims, a storage space for Napoleon's deadly arsenal, and even housed a crazy 20th century insane asylum. The asylum, my friends, was a real nightmare factory, hosting unspeakable medical horrors. The Travel Channel spills the beans on creepy experiments that went down there. The place finally shut its doors for good when a doctor dramatically took a leap off the asylum's bell tower. Spooky locals swear they still hear chilling echoes, even though that bell was yanked out ages ago. Now it's off limits to visitors, but you can catch a glimpse of the island and its crumbling loony bin from the safety of Lido's beaches. Number 10. Château de Brissac, France. Let's jet off to France, where the 7-story Château de Brissac stands tall and ominous. It's not just a regular castle, it's got a ghost story that'll give you the heebie-jeebies. Meet the Green Lady, aka Charlotte of France. The Château's website spills the tea on Charlotte, the king's secret daughter, who met a grisly end at the hands of her hubby when he caught her in a steamy affair. The Green Lady, named for the color of her dress when she met her untimely demise, isn't resting in peace. Nope, she's out and about, haunting the chapel's tower room, letting out spine-chilling moans in the wee hours of the morning. Number 11. Myrtle's Plantation, Louisiana. Let's jump across the pond to Louisiana, where the Myrtle's Plantation has earned its stripes as one of America's spookiest spots. Built in 1796 by General David Bradford, this place is like a paranormal hotspot. Whispers say it's plopped right on an ancient Indian burial ground, and no less than a dozen spirits call it home. Brace yourselves for some ghostly drama, like the tale of Chloe, a former slave with a taste for eavesdropping. Things took a gruesome turn when her ear got the chop for her nosy habits, but Chloe wasn't about to let that slide. Oh no, she whipped up a birthday cake, laced it with poison, and sent 2 of the plantation owner's daughters straight to the afterlife. The other slaves weren't too keen on her kitchen revenge, so they gave Chloe a taste of her own medicine, a hanging. Now they say Chloe's spirit roams the plantation, rocking a turban to hide her earless head. Spooky, right? Before you go turning off the lights tonight, remember, the line between the living and the dead might be thinner than you imagine. Until next time, keep your eyes wide open and hit the subscribe button for more eerie content. Ever wondered what lurks in the shadows when the lights go out? What if I told you that the veil between the living and the dead is thinner than you think? Get ready to buckle up because today we're diving headfirst into the spine-chilling realm of the supernatural. Number 10. The Axe Murder House. The Villisca Axe Murder House in Iowa, notorious for a 1912 massacre, has a chilling reputation among thrill seekers. Restored and open to the public, visitors paying $428 a night report spine-chilling encounters. Visions of an axe-wielding man and distant cries of children. In 2014, the horror escalated when Robert Lorson Jr. was found stabbed during a paranormal visit, eerily mirroring the 1912 murder's timing. Though he recovered, Lorson remains tight-lipped. Martha Lynn, the owner, disturbed by the incident, maintains the haunted house's accessibility, but it's a far cry from the publicity she desired. Number 9. The Haunted Doll. Haunted dolls take a creepy turn with a Disney Frozen Elsa doll in Houston. Gifted in 2013, it initially sang Let It Go in English. Strangely, after 2 years, it alternated between Spanish and English without any apparent reason or button change. The eerie twist. The doll, in the family for 6 years, began speaking and singing spontaneously, even with its switch-off and untouched batteries. After tossing it out in 2019, the family found it mysteriously back inside, hidden in their living room bench. The kids swore innocence, leaving a lingering sense of spookiness around the seemingly possessed doll. Number 8. A Deadly Exorcism. In a chilling North London incident in August 2016, 26-year-old Kennedy Ife's life took a terrifying turn. Gripped by an unseen force, he bit his father, spoke of a snake inside him, and endured a harrowing exorcism attempt by his family. They resorted to restraining him with cable ties, resorting to prayer for 3 agonizing days. When his brother finally called for help, Kennedy was found lifeless, with over 60 mysterious wounds. The family faced accusations of manslaughter, but shockingly, all 7 members were cleared in 2019 after a jury's intense deliberation. Number 7. Dead animals in the walls. In 2015, the Richest family's quest for home insulation in Auburn, Pennsylvania, led to a spine-chilling discovery. Amidst newspapers from the 1930s and 40s, they unearthed a macabre collection of dead animal carcasses linked to a dark ritual from Pennsylvania Dutch culture. Powwow, a mystical practice, had seeped into the walls of their home, bringing with it a foul odor and mysterious illnesses. This eerie ritual, rooted in the settlers' traditions from the 1600s and 1700s, revealed not only spells for livestock care, but also the unsettling ability to conjure demons. The Richest family's home became a haunting reminder of a supernatural past, casting a shadow of fear that refuses to dissipate. Number 6. Florida devil worshipping. So there's this teacher, Danielle Harkins, who suddenly went all spooky in 2012, getting into demonic stuff. Not just any demonic stuff, but full-on devil-worshipping vibes. Guess what? She ends up telling a bunch of kids that they got demons in them, and the cure is to cut themselves and burn the wounds. Seriously messed up, right? Picture this. A group of kids gathering around a fire near St. Petersburg Pier, and their teachers turning into a horror movie director, instructing them to play with fire and sharp objects. One kid gets his hand set on fire, but the wind's like, nah, not today, and blows it out. So she goes full crazy and drenches his hand in perfume before giving it another shot. Second-degree burns, my friend. And it doesn't stop there. Another poor soul gets cut on the neck with a broken bottle, and Harkins goes all mad scientist, heating a small key to seal the wound. I'm getting chills just talking about it. The only reason the cops got involved is because one brave friend spilled the beans. None of the kids spilled to their parents, though. Imagine the horror of finding out your kid was part of this devilish ritual. The police are scratching their heads, trying to figure out what kind of religion requires setting teenagers on fire. Sheesh. Number 5. The Death of Elisa Lam. This one's like a Hollywood thriller with a touch of supernatural spookiness. Elisa was on a West Coast vacation, keeping her folks in the loop every day. But then, radio silence. No calls, no updates. The police get involved, and they release this eerie elevator footage of Elisa acting all kinds of weird. Talking to invisible folks, peeking around corners, crouching in the corner. Gives me the creeps just thinking about it. The theories are wild, ranging from psychotic episodes to straight-up demonic possession. Imagine being the detective on that case. To add more to the spooky factor, guests at the Cecil Hotel start noticing some seriously messed up stuff with the water supply. Picture this: black water coming out of the taps for a couple of seconds, and the taste, sweet but disgusting. People are showering in this horror show without even complaining. Then comes the big reveal. A hotel employee climbs up to check the water tanks, and bam! There's Elisa Lam's decomposing, naked body. What in the world? Autopsy says it's accidental, but the hotel's got a history that's scarier than a haunted house. Serial killers, suicides, you name it. Fast forward to 2021. Netflix drops a documentary, Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. And it's like diving into the heart of a real-life horror story. You can't make this stuff up. Number 4. An exorcism in Indianapolis. Last year, the Indianapolis Star dropped a bombshell about LaToya Ammons and her fam. The story: 3 kids possessed by actual demons. Picture this: kiddos climbing walls, being tossed like ragdolls, and spewing creepy threats in voices that could curdle your blood. And it's not some horror flick. We're talking nearly 800 legit pages of records and interviews, including a Catholic priest. The spookiest part, a 9-year-old grinning like the Cheshire Cat while walking backward up a wall, flipping over like some possessed gymnast. Goosebumps, right? Another twist in the tale. The 12-year-old feeling like she's being choked by unseen hands, hearing a voice predicting her doom. Imagine her saying she won't see her fam again and won't live 20 more minutes. Gives you the creeps, doesn't it? Number 3. Utah murder-suicide. A teen walks into his house to find a real-life horror scene. Parents and Sid's dead. No suicide note, no clues, just a chilling to-do list, as if prepping for a vacation. But this wasn't a getaway plan. It was murder-suicide. For a year, the mystery lingered. Then, bam, cops spill the beans. The parents believed the apocalypse was knocking, driven by an obsession with a convicted killer. They were terrified of evil in the world and wanted an escape from a looming doomsday. But here's the real jaw-dropper. Letters to a notorious killer named Dan Lafferty. The same dude who offed his sis-in-law and her toddler because his bro got a so-called divine memo. Christy Strack, one of the deceased parents, was pen pals with this madman and even visited him in prison. Talk about a plot twist straight out of a spine-chilling thriller, right? Number 2. The Foam Stalker. Back in 2007, there was this seriously messed up situation. Families were getting calls, right? But not just any calls. These were death threats, man. Like, the caller knew everything about them. What they were wearing, what they were doing. Creepy, right? And it wasn't just talk. They were threatening to off their kids, pets, and even grandparents. Imagine getting voicemails with recordings of your private convos, including ones with a cop. Cops couldn't do squat after months of digging. The Kuykendall family had it the worst. Scratchy voice threats for months. Cops traced the calls to their own phones, even when off. Turns out, these sickos were spying on them using their own phones. Total nightmare. Number 1. Issy the Cannibal. In 1974, this guy allegedly tried to cut flesh off a woman in Tokyo to eat it. Mistakenly charged with attempted rape, his wealthy dad paid the victim to drop the charges. Fast forward to 1981. He allegedly shot and ate a fellow student in France, documenting the whole gruesome act. Deported back to Japan, declared sane, and set free due to legal loopholes. This cannibal walked out of a mental hospital and became a controversial celebrity, writing books and even fantasizing about TV actresses. At 73, he's still out there in Kawasaki City, Japan, and the scariest part, no one knows why France let him off the hook without a trial. Creepy, right? Did we open doors to another dimension today? Or did we merely scratch the surface of a reality beyond our comprehension? Remember to hit that like button if you dare. Subscribe for more tales from the shadows.
Delve into the chilling depths of our planet to uncover the top creatures that will send shivers down your spine and haunt your nightmares. Number 10. Dobarchu. Delve into the chilling tales of the Dobarchu, a cryptid rooted in Irish folklore. Known as the waterhound or king otter, this enigmatic creature is a monstrous blend of dog and fish, dwarfing regular otters by fatfold. With the ability to traverse both water and land, it races across the ground at horse-like speeds. In groups or pairs, the Dobarchu relentlessly pursues its prey, showing a brutal aggression toward humans and dogs. Legend tells of a gruesome 17th century encounter when a hapless couple crossed its path near Glenaidlow, leaving a trail of death in its wake. While some consider it extinct, whispers persist that the Dobarchu may still prowl the shores of Achill Island. Number 9. Mamlambo. Prepare to be unnerved by the ominous presence of the Mamlambo, a creature deeply embedded in the realms of South African and Zulu mythology. Stretching 6 to 7 feet in length, this aquatic beast blurs the line between snake, crocodile, and horse, occasionally sporting an eerie bioluminescence. This cryptid preys on anything in its path, including unfortunate humans, dragging them to the inky depths of the Lava River. There, it indulges in a gruesome feast, devouring faces, shattering skulls, and feasting on brains. For generations, villagers dwelling near the river have shared spine-tingling accounts of the Manlambo's presence, but authorities attribute these incidents to natural causes like flooding and river crabs. Yet, the locals remain resolute in their conviction that the Manlambo is no mere legend. Number 8. Deer Women. Enter the eerie realm of the Deer Women, a haunting presence in Native American folklore. Within the vast plains and woodlands of North America, these enigmatic spirits often manifest as harbingers of fertility, assuming forms both human and deer-like. However, their intentions are far from benign. Notorious for seducing promiscuous men and adulterers, these supernatural creatures ensnare their prey in deadly or eternal amorous torment. In contemporary tales from the heart of Oklahoma's native tribes, deer women have evolved into far more malevolent entities, appearing as beguiling young women with hooves for feet and eerie deer eyes. They now lead unsuspecting men to their doom by trampling them to death. Some say that these deer women are souls transformed after enduring heinous experiences or resurrected by the original deer woman spirit. The mystery surrounding their origin persists, but one thing remains clear. Numerous Native American tribes have reported chilling encounters. Number 7. El Chupacabras. Prepare to be enthralled by the legend of El Chupacabras, the nightmarish blood-sucking predator of livestock. Emerging in Puerto Rico in 1995, this creature, known as the goat sucker, preys on animals, draining them of their life force. With a physique akin to a small bear, it features a spine-tingling row of spiny protrusions running down its back, moves with an eerie kangaroo-like hop, and boasts greenish-gray leathery skin. Some versions even resemble wild dogs. Victims bear 2 or 3 telltale puncture wounds on their chest or neck, evidence of the chupacabra's sinister presence. While skeptics abound, attributing sightings to coyotes with mange or Mexican hairless dogs, the possibility of a chupacabra's existence lingers. An intriguing video captures an uncanny creature, sporting an unusually large head, believed to be the elusive chupacabra, sprinting down a desolate dirt road. In 2010, Animal Control encountered a chupacabra, though it turned out to be a hybrid coyote dog infested with mange and parasites. What those first witnesses glimpsed in 1995, however, transcends mere canine explanations, perpetuating the enduring mystery of this spine-chilling legend. Number 6. Black Stick Men. In the eerie realm of the unknown, behold the enigmatic Black Stick Men, a far cry from Slenderman and other spectral beings. These enigmatic entities take the form of elongated two-dimensional figures, towering above us with an abnormal, electrifying presence. They defy the laws of light and darkness, casting no discernible shadow. While many dismiss these sightings as elaborate hoaxes, the intrepid cryptozoologist Mark Wolfgang Miller bore witness to 6 of these enigmatic beings in the desolate expanse of Beaufort, Wyoming. In his pursuit to capture a 12-foot-tall black stick man on film, the creature mysteriously eluded his lens, leaving us to ponder their sinister origins. Number 5. Fresno Nightcrawler. Prepare to be awestruck by the perplexing enigma known as the Fresno Nightcrawler, a specter shrouded in mystery. This otherworldly, white bipedal entity possesses a disproportionately small torso, a head as round as the moon, and an absence of arms. A profound peculiarity lies in its elongated, leg-centric physique, leading some to speculate it may be of extraterrestrial origin. Initially misconstrued as a Native American legend, the Fresno Nightcrawler shattered those preconceptions with a chilling appearance on a home security camera in Fresno, California. A subsequent sighting in the depths of Yosemite National Park deepens the enigma, beckoning us to unearth its cryptic truth. Number 4. Snallygaster. Unveiling a dark enigma, the snallygaster. Though its name may provoke a chuckle, this creature is no laughing matter. Born from ancient Germanic folklore and sighted in Frederick County, Maryland, the snallygaster is a nightmarish amalgamation of dragon and bird, boasting razor-sharp teeth. Early tales even whisper of octopus-like and vampiric tendencies. Then, in the fateful year of 1909, the legend sprang to life. Newspapers began chronicling eerie encounters as the snallygaster materialized across regions, from New Jersey to Ohio. Witness accounts painted a chilling image of an eye planted in its middle forehead. That year, a harrowing tale unfolded, a man snatched, blood drained, and the Smithsonian Institute offering a reward for its hide. So spine-tingling was the narrative that even President Theodore Roosevelt contemplated postponing his expedition to hunt it. The last known episode places the snallygaster in Washington County, Maryland, where it met an unusual demise, succumbing to moonshine fumes as it plunged into a still. And since then, it has vanished without a trace. Number 3. Mogollon Monster. Behold the Mogollon Monster, a riddle concealed in the depths of the Grand Canyon's shadows. In 1903, I.W. Stevens stumbled upon a humanoid figure, its body draped in gray hair, a knee-length beard, and talons stretching 2 inches, while feasting upon the blood of 2 cougars. Almost 4 decades later, a seasoned cryptozoologist, Don Davis, found himself face-to-face with the same otherworldly being during a Boy Scout expedition. With its cold, vacant eyes, the massive creature struck fear into the hearts of all who crossed its path. The Mogollon Monster possesses an unnatural gait, mimics the sounds of animals, and wields a scream that curdles the blood. Astonishingly, sightings persist even on the Fort Apache Indian Reservation. Despite video footage and organic samples, biologists remain skeptical of its existence. The Mogollon Monster endures as a mystery that refuses to be dismissed. Number 2. Mantis Man. Meet the enigmatic Mantis Man, a towering insectoid entity lurking in the shadows. Standing at a spine-tingling 7 feet tall, this eerie being bears a striking resemblance to a praying mantis, but its eerie presence is far from ordinary. Unlike the garden variety mantis, Mantis Man has been spotted wading in the depths of the Musconetcong River in New Jersey, defying our expectations. The strangest part, Earth's laws of biology and physics seem incapable of supporting such a colossal bug, raising questions about its true origin. Could it be an aquatic creature or perhaps an otherworldly visitor? What's for certain is that if you ever cross paths with it, there's no need to fear an attack. Witnesses report that Mantis Man hastily retreats when approached, leaving an air of mystery hanging in the humid riverbanks. Number 1. Mothman. Step back in time to a chilling autumn night in 1965 when Point Pleasant, West Virginia, played host to a legend in the making, the legendary Mothman. As 5 men prepared for a burial, their lives would change forever as they watched an ominous figure take flight from the trees. This was no ordinary bird. It was a nightmarish humanoid. Forget everything you know about moths. Mothman stands at a towering 7 feet, with colossal wings spanning 10 to 15 feet, adorned with 2 malevolent crimson eyes in the very heart of its chest. When it folds its wings, it moves with an unsettling shuffle, much like a sinister penguin. Locking eyes with this entity or glimpsing its face invokes an overwhelming sense of dread and an inexplicable evil. Some whisper that Mothman serves as a harbinger of impending catastrophes, while others suspect it to be an angel, a demon, or the result of a curse. Despite countless sightings since that fateful night, Mothman remains shrouded in legend, an eerie specter or possibly just a misunderstood sandhill crane. When encountering such a being, ensure you capture photographic proof, as skepticism lingers in the air, awaiting your revelation. If you found this journey into the unsettling fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, so you never miss a future encounter with the bizarre and the unexplained.
The ocean's depths are one of the Earth's most inaccessible and enigmatic regions, filled with bizarre and creepy life. These inhabitants of the deep have developed characteristics that set them distinct from their shallow water relatives due to adaptations brought on by a lifetime without sunlight. Number 6. Giant grenadier. These fish don't look particularly dangerous at first glance. They are among the most numerous inhabitants of the deep sea, making up 15% of the population. They don't have sharp teeth like sharks, can't sting like jellyfish, and don't look like anything out of a horror movie. They look harmless when put next to some weird and nightmare-inducing sea species. You may wonder why these creatures have been recognized as notable marine residents. The clue is in how they smell. One thing that sets these otherwise nondescript fish apart is their pungent odor. Trimethylamine, TMA, a molecule found in human urine, sweat, and infamously, bad breath, is responsible for this olfactory onslaught. You can get an idea of the magnitude of the olfactory challenge posed by the big grenadier if you try to picture the combined bouquet of these unpleasant smells. The smell alone makes even the most seasoned marine biologist think twice about getting too close without a gas mask. Number 5. Viperfish. Despite their diminutive stature, viperfish are among the deep sea's most dangerous predators. These mysterious creatures, which can reach a maximum length of 30 centimeters, 12 inches, have developed several astonishing adaptations that allow them to be highly successful predators in the murky depths where they live. Their long, needle-like teeth resemble the fangs of a viper, and this resemblance is where their name originates. These are not cosmetic enhancements. They are lethal weapons. A viperfish will not waste any time attacking its victim after it has been spotted by its sensitive lateral line system and bioluminescent lures. It can move at incredible speeds, often approaching its prey at extreme depths where sunlight cannot reach. The viperfish stalks its target, preparing to strike with its terrifying array of teeth. The long, pointed teeth may easily impale larger prey and help the animal maintain a solid grip. There is minimal room for maneuvering because of the attack's suddenness and element of surprise. Number 4. Northern stargazer. The waters of the United States East Coast are the only places where the northern stargazer may be found. These fish camouflage inside the sandy seafloor and then launch ambush assaults on unsuspecting prey from beneath the water's surface. If that doesn't give you the creeps, most stargazer species are electrically charged and can deliver fatal shocks to passing victims. The fish likely got their name stargazer because they have their eyes on the top of their heads and, as a result, are constantly gazing upward. Number 3. Giant squid. Because of its massive size, the gigantic squid is very unsettling to look upon. 13 meters in length and about a ton in weight characterize the largest specimen yet discovered. Despite their massive size, nothing is known about these mysterious beasts. They are typically found by fishermen or by beachcombers who come across them. Amazingly dexterous predators, gigantic squids can extend their feeding tentacles, covered in countless suckers, to a distance of up to 10 meters and capture prey that swims by. Their enormous eyeballs may serve as placemats. Thankfully, we will never face these terrifying creatures on dry land because they are limited to the ocean. Number 2. Goblin shark. Rare and ancient deep-sea organisms, goblin sharks are often referred to as living fossils due to their resemblance to dinosaurs and their long evolutionary history, 125 million years. They can reach a length of 4 meters and a mass of 200 kilograms. The waters of the Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic all have populations of these ancient animals. The contents of their stomachs show that they swim in both deep and shallow seas, which is an interesting fact, even though it's highly improbable that you'll run into one of these terrifying monsters on the beach. Some people would rather stay down there. Number 1. Blue-ringed octopus. Though it may not be as strong as some other animals on this list, the small blue-ringed octopus stands out with its bright blue rings. It lacks both needle-like teeth and the ability to deliver an electric shock. The real fear comes from its venom, though. This deadly marine animal can be found in the Pacific and Indian Oceans. The neurotoxin tetrodotoxin is released in response to stress and can be fatal within 4 to 6 hours. Incredibly, a fatal dose requires only 8 microliters per kilogram. Half a milliliter is enough to cause a horrible death in an average-sized human. I don't know what else could be said to make you feel colder in your bones than that. Thanks for watching. If you want more videos like this one, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel to never miss out on any of our videos.
In a world where every turn could be your last, where the very road beneath your wheels can become your greatest adversary, we embark on a heart-pounding journey. Welcome, adrenaline junkies, thrill seekers, and lovers of the extraordinary, to a spine-tingling adventure you'll never forget. Today, we're about to unveil the top 10 most dangerous roads in the world. Roads that defy reason, challenge the bravest souls, and push the limits of human endurance. So, fasten your seatbelts, hold onto your seats, and join us as we navigate through these death-defying highways, clinging to the edge of existence. Before we start this heart-pounding countdown, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more thrilling content. Number 10. Fairy Meadows Road, Pakistan. Venture onto the spine-chilling Fairy Meadows Road, also known as the Nanga Parbat Pass in Pakistan, and you're in for a wild ride. Spanning a mere 10 miles, this treacherous route unfolds with heart-pounding intensity. Picture a path as narrow as a Jeep Wrangler, left unpaved and unattended, lacking guardrails, and daringly perched on the edge of a multi-thousand-meter drop. Brace yourself for an 8,000-foot ascent in no time, making for spine-tingling steep stretches. While the fairy meadows at the end of this journey promise breathtaking beauty, it takes true bravery to conquer this perilous path. Number 9. 99 Bend Road to Heaven, China. China, renowned for its daring feats like the Zhangjiajie Grand Canyon Glass Bridge and the precarious trails of Huashan, introduces the 99 Bend Road to Heaven. Nestled within Tianmen Mountain National Park, this road is a mere 6.8 miles but packs a punch. With a staggering 99 hairpin turns hanging hundreds of feet above the ground, one wrong move spells a fiery catastrophe. In unfavorable weather, coupled with the looming threat of earthquakes, this route becomes a true daredevil's challenge. The question remains, how many souls faced perils during the construction of this sky-high highway? Number 8. Pan American Highway, Alaska to Chile. The Pan American Highway, PA, stretches 30,000 miles from Alaska to Chile, offering an epic journey through North, Central, and South America. While it might seem like your typical highway, it hides some hair-raising hazards along the way. From inclement weather and challenging terrains to encounters with cartels and wild animals, this route has its share of dangers. Particularly, the Mexican and Central American stretches can be dicey due to drug cartel activity, and the Panamanian section has its own perils with fayard rebels known for taking captives. One notorious gap between Panama and Colombia raises even more concerns. Let's hope they never finish that part. Number 7. Sichuan-Tibet Highway, China. The Sichuan-Tibet Highway in China spans 1,330 miles, connecting Chengdu to Lhasa, Tibet. This scenic journey through Kham is not for the faint-hearted. It's notorious for rock slides, mudslides, avalanches, hairpin turns, and dizzying cliffs. Travelers often battle altitude sickness amid towering peaks. Along the route, you'll glimpse serene Buddhist monasteries, red-robed monks, and herds of yaks. Built between 1950 and 1954, this highway has claimed thousands of lives, with a startling 7,500 deaths for every 100,000 drivers. Buckle up for a thrilling, albeit perilous, adventure along the Sichuan-Tibet Highway. Number 6. James Dalton Highway, Alaska. Famously referred to as the North Slope Haul Road, this 414-mile stretch is a true adventurer's paradise. It's not just a road, it's a lifeline for intrepid truckers making their way to the oil fields of Prudhoe Bay, all while supporting the mighty Trans-Alaska pipeline system. But don't let its rugged charm fool you. This highway is not for the faint-hearted. Mother Nature doesn't hold back here, with extreme weather and treacherous terrain around every bend. Isolation is your constant companion on this journey, so be sure to pack your survival gear and a sense of adventure. For those seeking an adrenaline rush, dive into the gripping episodes of Ice Road Truckers, where you can witness firsthand the heart-pounding challenges of navigating this remote and perilous route. Before we unveil the top 5 most dangerous roads, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more jaw-dropping videos. Number 5. Kolyma Highway and Lena Highway. Embark on a thrilling adventure along Russia's Kolyma and Lena highways, famously known as the Road of Bones. This 1,914-mile expedition through Siberia promises an unforgettable experience, challenging your resilience with its harsh weather, rugged terrain, and the legendary Lena River Ice Road. While winter offers a frozen pathway, it's no walk in the park, with heavy snowfall and limited visibility. Summertime brings a different set of challenges as the road transforms into a muddy labyrinth, causing epic traffic jams and perhaps some amusing incidents born out of boredom. Brace yourself for the Road of Bones, a journey filled with intriguing stories at every twist and turn. Number 4. Guoliang Tunnel Road, China. Hidden deep in the heart of China lies the astonishing Guoliang Tunnel Road, a mere 0.75 miles long but packed with peril. Perched at 2,000 feet with no guardrails, it threads through sheer cliffs, dances with extreme fog, and dodges rockfalls and mudslides. What's truly incredible is that it was hand-carved through a vertical cliff by 13 brave villagers armed with explosives, opening in 1977 after 5 years of toil. And when rain adds to the challenge, it becomes an even more treacherous journey. Remarkably, similar cliff tunnel roads have emerged in this stunning region of China. Number 3. Zojila Pass, India. Venture into the breathtaking heights of India's Zojila Pass, a 5.6-mile path weaving through the majestic Himalayas. This road, sitting at a dizzying 11,575 feet, dares travelers with extreme weather, a lack of guardrails, and treacherous cliffs. Meandering between Srinagar and Leh, it's a white-knuckle ride, especially when 50-foot snowdrifts bury it in winter. Originally constructed for military use in 1947, it's a challenging route through one of the world's highest mountain ranges, where adventure meets danger at every twist and turn. Number 2. North Yungas Road, Bolivia. Bolivia's North Yungas Road, ominously known as the Road of Death, is a spine-tingling adventure you won't forget. Stretching nearly 50 miles from La Paz to Coroico, this treacherous one-lane road boasts jaw-dropping vertical drops of up to 3,000 feet into the Amazon rainforest. With a mind-boggling 200 hairpin turns, it's not for the faint-hearted. In the past, this road claimed around 300 lives annually until 1994. Makeshift memorials line the route where unfortunate travelers met their fate. Thankfully, the worst section has been replaced with a safer 2-lane paved road, reducing vehicle traffic. Yet, thrill-seeking cyclists still take on the challenge, with some paying the ultimate price. Remarkably, the South Yungas Road to Cotabamba is almost as perilous. Number 1. Killer to Panji Road, via Kishtwar, India. For those with nerves of steel who relish mountain driving, India's Killer to Panji Road is a hair-raising experience. Only open in the summer, this 70-mile rocky, gravelly trail is not for the faint-hearted. A particularly treacherous 6-mile stretch is dotted with precarious rocky overhangs. This ancient road, untouched for centuries, can barely accommodate a single jeep at a time and has no guardrails. It's terrifyingly unstable in spots, with one wrong move potentially sending a vehicle plummeting 2,000 feet down a sheer cliff. Watching videos of this road is an adrenaline rush in itself. If it's on your bucket list, consider it your ultimate challenge. Still unsure? Dive into a travelogue about driving the Killer to Panji Road for gripping photos and harrowing details of this unforgettable journey. Whew, what a ride that was! These roads truly take your breath away, both figuratively and literally. But remember, folks, while these roads are undeniably thrilling, they are also incredibly perilous. Safety should always be your top priority. If you've enjoyed this roller coaster of a video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more jaw-dropping adventures. And if you ever decide to tackle one of these roads, please do it responsibly, with the utmost caution, and always prioritize your safety.